President Donald Trump's illness and hospitalization for COVID-19 is making some voters reevaluate the seriousness of the disease.
I started to be a little more cautious and a little more skeptical because I had a couple friends that contracted it. No big deal. They're young. It was fine. But I definitely opened up my eyes and I was a little more nervous about it because of the fact that anyone can get it. It's not discriminating by any means. It can go for anybody.
A new survey from the Associated Press-NORC Center shows the majority of Americans are still highly critical of Trump's handling of the coronavirus crisis.
I don't see how anyone who's not living in a hermetically sealed information bubble could be anything less than outraged at the misinformation and the disinformation coming from the White House regarding 221,000 Americans that are dead in 7 months. It is what it is what we hear.
According to the same poll, few voters have high trust in information coming from the White House about Trump's diagnosis.
A little less known or less said is better. Again, my personal opinion, just because of portraying a weakness instead of portraying a strength. So maybe I'm sure there was some things that were held back or sugared up a little bit to make it look better.
While Republicans are less likely to approve of Trump on the pandemic, most still think well of his job performance overall.
The other part of it, we have experienced as a nation, growing an economy and stuff like that. So he's had a background in that, plus he's had advisors who had a background in that. Whereas with the coronavirus, this is something totally new. So you're going to make, I think, more mistakes because it is something totally different.
I feel that his coronavirus response is reflective of the overall performance of his administration as a whole. It's handled just about as well as the trade war he initiated with China, with his restrictive immigration policies, with his treatment of refugees and immigrants at the border.
Nathan Elgren, Associated Press.